Ladies, have you ever wondered what truly makes a man fall deeply, madly, and wholeheartedly in love? It's not just about looks, status, or even chemistry. It's something much more powerful. There's one simple yet game-changing secret that makes men feel an irresistible connection, a bond so strong that they can't help but fall hard. And the best part? It's something you can start doing today. If you're ready to unlock the key to his heart and build a love that lasts, then stay with me, because this might just change your love life forever. Would you like me to add more depth or a personal touch to it? Emotional safety is the foundation of deep, lasting love. When a man feels emotionally safe with a woman, he can let down his guard, be vulnerable, and connect with her on a level that goes beyond physical attraction or surface-level compatibility. Men, like women, have fears, insecurities, and emotional wounds that they often keep hidden from the world. Society often conditions them to be strong, resilient, and unemotional, which can make it difficult for them to express their true feelings. However, when they find someone who creates a space where they feel completely accepted and understood, they begin to fall deeply in love. For a man, emotional safety means knowing that he won't be judged, criticized, or rejected when he shares his thoughts and feelings. It means having a partner who listens without immediately trying to fix or correct him. When he talks about his dreams, struggles, or even small everyday experiences, he wants to feel heard and valued. Many men are hesitant to open up because they fear that their emotions will be dismissed or misunderstood. But when a woman consistently shows that she respects his emotions and doesn't make him feel weak for expressing them, he begins to trust her on a deeper level. Trust is a major component of emotional safety. A man needs to feel confident that his partner will not use his vulnerabilities against him. If he shares something personal, whether it's about his past, his fears, or his aspirations, he wants to know that it will be met with kindness and discretion. He needs to feel assured that his partner won't bring up his insecurities during arguments or use his openness as a weapon. When he can be himself without fear of emotional backlash, he starts to see his partner as someone he can truly build a future with. Consistency in emotions and reactions also plays a huge role in creating emotional safety. Men appreciate a partner who is emotionally stable and predictable in the sense that they know how she will react in different situations. If a woman is overly reactive, unpredictable, or frequently changes moods without explanation, it can make a man feel like he's walking on eggshells. He may become hesitant to share his thoughts because he fears an unpredictable reaction. On the other hand, when a woman is emotionally balanced and handles situations with maturity and calmness, it reassures him that he is in a safe space where he can express himself freely. Another aspect of emotional safety is allowing a man to feel needed but not pressured. Men often have a natural desire to provide, protect, and contribute to their relationships. They want to feel like they have a purpose in their partner's life. However, if they feel like they are only valued for what they can provide, whether it's financial support, problem-solving skills, or emotional strength, they may start to feel used rather than loved. A woman who makes a man feel emotionally safe understands the balance between appreciating his efforts and allowing him to be himself without unrealistic expectations. She expresses gratitude for the things he does, but also reassures him that she values him for who he is, not just for what he can give. Communication plays a significant role in building emotional safety. Open and honest conversations create a sense of security in a relationship. A man should feel like he can talk about anything, his fears, doubts, joys, and frustrations without being met with judgment or dismissiveness. When a woman actively listens, asks thoughtful questions, and shows genuine interest in his words, he feels valued. It's not just about agreeing with everything he says, but about showing that his thoughts matter. Even in disagreements, emotional safety is preserved when both partners respect each other's viewpoints instead of resorting to blame or criticism. Men also need space to process their emotions. Unlike women, who often find comfort in talking through their feelings immediately, many men need time alone to process their thoughts before they are ready to discuss them. A woman who understands this and doesn't pressure him to talk before he is ready fosters emotional safety. She gives him the space he needs while reassuring him that she is there when he is ready. This kind of patience and understanding builds trust and allows him to open up more over time. Validation is another key element in making a man feel emotionally safe. When a man expresses his emotions, he doesn't necessarily need a solution or advice. He needs to feel that his feelings are valid. If he talks about a stressful day at work, for example, he may just want to be heard rather than told what he should have done differently. A simple acknowledgement like, "That sounds really frustrating. I can see why that upset you," can make him feel understood. Men often suppress their emotions in the outside world, so having a partner who validates their feelings without trying to change them is incredibly comforting. Physical affection also plays a role in emotional safety. Small gestures like a reassuring touch, a hug, or simply sitting close can communicate warmth and support. For many men, physical connection is a way of feeling emotionally secure. When a woman expresses affection in a way that feels natural and comforting, it reinforces the idea that he is safe and loved. Men also feel emotionally secure when they know that their partner will stand by them through difficulties. Life comes with ups and downs, and relationships are tested in challenging moments. A man needs to know that his partner will be his ally, not someone who abandons him when things get tough. Whether he's facing career struggles, personal setbacks, or emotional challenges, having a partner who remains supportive gives him the confidence to be vulnerable. Respect is a crucial part of emotional safety. Men want to feel respected for who they are, what they believe, and what they contribute to the relationship. Disrespect, whether in the form of criticism, belittling, or dismissing his opinions, can make a man withdraw emotionally. On the other hand, when a woman consistently shows that she values his thoughts, acknowledges his efforts, and speaks to him with kindness, he feels secure in the relationship. A sense of fun and playfulness also contributes to emotional safety. Men enjoy relationships where they can be themselves without always feeling the pressure of seriousness. Playful teasing, inside jokes, and shared laughter create an environment where he feels relaxed and at ease. This lightheartedness allows him to associate his partner with joy and comfort, reinforcing his emotional connection. Independence and self-sufficiency in a woman can also enhance emotional safety. While men appreciate being needed, they don't want to feel like they are solely responsible for their partner's happiness. When a woman has her own passions, interests, and a strong sense of self, it relieves the pressure from the relationship. It reassures a man that he is with someone who chooses to be with him rather than someone who depends on him for emotional fulfillment. Men also feel safe in relationships where there is mutual growth. They want a partner who encourages them to be their best selves without trying to control or change them. When a woman supports a man's goals, believes in his potential, and stands by him as he grows, he feels a deep emotional connection. Encouragement without pressure fosters a relationship where both partners thrive together. Boundaries are an important factor in emotional safety. A woman who respects her own boundaries and those of her partner creates a relationship dynamic built on mutual understanding. Men appreciate when a woman communicates her needs clearly while also respecting theirs. A relationship where both partners feel comfortable expressing what they need without fear of conflict or rejection strengthens emotional security. Emotional safety is also reinforced through shared values and mutual life goals. While attraction and chemistry are important, long-term relationships thrive when both partners feel aligned in their vision for the future. When a man sees that his partner shares similar values, priorities, and aspirations, he feels a deeper sense of security in the relationship. Emotional safety is about creating a space where a man feels truly seen, valued, and accepted for who he is. It's about fostering a connection where he doesn't have to wear a mask or hide his true emotion. It's about knowing that no matter what, he has a partner who will stand beside him, listen to him, and love him for who he is. Feminine energy is a powerful force that draws men in on a deep, almost instinctual level. It is not about appearance or conforming to societal expectations, but rather about embodying qualities that naturally create attraction and connection. Feminine energy is about presence, warmth, confidence, and authenticity. It is about the way a woman carries herself, the way she communicates, and the way she interacts with the world around her. It is the softness that invites a man in, the playfulness that keeps him intrigued, and the depth that makes him stay. At its core, feminine energy is about receptivity. Unlike masculine energy, which is more focused on action, control, and problem solving, feminine energy thrives in being open, expressive, and allowing things to flow. Men who are naturally more in their masculine energy are deeply drawn to a woman who knows how to be in her feminine because it creates balance. When a woman allows herself to receive love, compliments, and gestures of kindness without resistance, it signals to a man that she is comfortable in her essence. Many women, often due to past experiences or societal conditioning, struggle with receptivity and feel the need to prove their worth through effort and control. However, true feminine energy comes from understanding that simply being is enough. A confident woman who is in her feminine energy does not chase or force things to happen. She understands her value and allows the right things to come to her naturally. This does not mean being passive or indifferent, but rather knowing when to lean back and trust the process. Men are wired to pursue and appreciate the thrill of winning over a woman who knows her worth. When a woman exudes self-assurance and does not feel the need to control every aspect of the relationship, it creates a magnetic pull that makes a man want to invest in her. Softness is a major aspect of feminine energy. This does not mean weakness or submissiveness, but rather the ability to approach situations with grace, patience, and understanding. In a world that often rewards hardness and toughness, embracing softness can be incredibly powerful. A woman who responds to challenges with a calm and open heart instead of aggression or defensiveness creates a safe and nurturing space for a man. Men are often expected to be strong and composed at all times, but when they are around a woman who embodies softness, it allows them to let their guard down and experience true emotional intimacy. Playfulness is another trait of feminine energy that men find irresistible. Playfulness brings lightness to a relationship and prevents it from becoming too serious or stressful. A woman who knows how to laugh, tease, and enjoy the moment creates an environment where a man feels relaxed and free. This does not mean being immature or always joking, but rather embracing spontaneity, fun, and a sense of adventure. Men love women who make them feel alive, who bring excitement into their lives, and who remind them not to take everything too seriously. Authenticity is key when it comes to feminine energy. A woman who is unapologetically herself, who expresses her emotions honestly, and who does not try to fit into a mold of what she thinks a man wants, is incredibly attractive. Men can sense when a woman is being genuine versus when she is trying too hard to impress them. Feminine energy thrives in truth, in being real about desires, fears, and emotions. When a woman is in touch with her feelings and expresses them without shame, it creates a deep emotional connection. Vulnerability is one of the most powerful aspects of feminine energy. Many women fear being vulnerable because they equate it with weakness, but in reality, vulnerability is strength. It takes courage to open up, to share fears, and to express true emotions. When a woman allows herself to be vulnerable, it invites a man to do the same. It creates a space where deep trust can be built, where he feels needed and appreciated. Men are drawn to women who make them feel like protectors, not because women need saving, but because it taps into their natural instincts to provide and care. Grace in communication is another element of feminine energy that deeply impacts how men feel in a relationship. A woman who communicates with kindness, who expresses her needs without being harsh or critical, creates a space where a man feels safe to engage with her. Men often respond better to softness in communication rather than harsh words or accusations. Feminine energy knows how to express boundaries and expectations in a way that is firm but gentle. It is about speaking from the heart rather than from a place of frustration or resentment. Feminine energy also thrives in self-care and self-love. A woman who takes care of herself, who nurtures her mind, body, and soul, radiates a glow that is undeniable. Men are naturally attracted to women who prioritize their well-being because it signals confidence and self-worth. When a woman invests in herself, whether it is through hobbies, personal growth, or simply taking time to relax, she becomes more magnetic. She does not seek validation from a man because she already knows her value. Emotional expressiveness is a defining trait of feminine energy. Unlike masculine energy, which tends to be more logical and reserved, feminine energy is about feeling deeply and sharing those emotions openly. This does not mean being overly emotional or dramatic, but rather embracing emotions as a natural and beautiful part of life. A woman who is not afraid to feel, who allows herself to experience joy, sadness, excitement, and passion without suppression, creates an emotional connection that men find captivating. Intuition is another strong aspect of feminine energy. Women have an incredible ability to sense things beyond what is spoken. They can pick up on emotions, shifts in energy, and subtle changes in behavior. When a woman trusts her intuition, she is able to navigate relationships with wisdom and grace. Men appreciate women who have a deep understanding of emotions and who can offer insight that they might not have considered. Feminine energy is deeply connected to inner knowing, and when a woman embraces this, it strengthens the connection between her and a man. The ability to surrender and go with the flow is an attractive trait of feminine energy. In a world that constantly pushes for control and planning, a woman who knows how to embrace the moment is refreshing. This does not mean abandoning personal goals or not having direction, but rather understanding that not everything needs to be forced. Men are drawn to women who trust in life, who do not stress over every detail, and who allow things to unfold naturally. This creates an atmosphere of peace and ease in a relationship. Nurturing energy is another key aspect of feminine essence. Men are naturally drawn to women who show care, kindness, and compassion. This does not mean taking on a motherly role, but rather embodying warmth and understanding. Small gestures like checking in on him, offering encouragement, or simply being there when he needs support create a deep emotional bond. A woman who is emotionally available and nurturing makes a man feel cared for in a way that touches his heart. Sensuality is a powerful expression of feminine energy. It is not just about physical attraction, but about the way a woman moves, speaks, and carries herself. Sensuality is confidence in one's body, an awareness of presence, and an ability to connect deeply. It is found in the way a woman enjoys life, whether it is through music, dancing, or simply appreciating beauty around her. Men are drawn to women who are in touch with their sensual side, as it signals confidence and a deep connection with themselves. Feminine energy is also about love, love for life, love for self, and love for others. It is the ability to see beauty in the world, to appreciate the little things, and to bring warmth and joy to those around. Men are deeply drawn to women who radiate love because it makes them feel inspired and alive. A woman who embraces her feminine energy is a source of light, and that light is what makes men fall deeply in love. Respect and independence are two of the most powerful qualities a woman can possess, and they play a crucial role in making a man fall deeply in love. Men are naturally drawn to women who not only respect themselves, but also respect them as individuals. At the same time, independence is a trait that signals confidence, self-sufficiency, and a strong sense of identity. When these two qualities come together, they create a dynamic that fosters deep emotional connection and long-lasting attraction. Respect in a relationship is about valuing each other's thoughts, opinions, and boundaries. A man wants to feel that his partner genuinely appreciates him for who he is. He wants to be heard and understood, not dismissed or belittled. When a woman consistently shows respect for a man's ideas, choices, and efforts, he feels more drawn to her because he knows he is valued. This does not mean agreeing with everything he says or does, but rather recognizing his perspective and treating him as an equal partner. Men, like women, have insecurities, and when they feel that their partner respects them, it strengthens their confidence in the relationship. Respect is also about the way a woman communicates. The way she speaks to him, especially during disagreements, can either bring them closer or push him away. Criticism, sarcasm, and harsh words can slowly erode his emotional connection, while kindness, patience, and understanding build trust. A man will feel more secure with a woman who can express her needs and concerns without attacking his character. He wants to know that even in difficult moments, she will still treat him with dignity. Men appreciate women who respect their personal space and individuality. No matter how strong a relationship is, each person still needs time to themselves. Whether it is time to pursue hobbies, spend time with friends, or simply recharge, having space in a relationship is essential. A woman who understands this and does not try to control or micromanage every aspect of his life earns his admiration and respect. When a man feels trusted and not suffocated, he naturally wants to invest more in the relationship. One of the biggest signs of respect is allowing a man to lead in certain situations while still maintaining personal strength. Men have an innate desire to provide and protect, and when a woman allows them to step into that role without diminishing her own power, it creates a healthy balance. This does not mean being submissive or giving up control, but rather recognizing that men feel valued when they can contribute and be of service. At the same time, a woman who stands her ground and expresses her own needs with confidence is highly attractive. Respect also extends to how a woman treats herself. A man is naturally drawn to a woman who values herself, sets high standards, and does not allow herself to be disrespected. When a woman knows her worth, she commands respect from those around her. She does not tolerate poor treatment, and she does not settle for less than she deserves. A woman who carries herself with self-respect shows a man that she is someone of high value, and that makes him want to step up and be a better partner for her. Independence is another trait that makes a man fall deeply in love. A woman who has her own life, goals, and passions is incredibly attractive because it shows that she is not relying on a man to fulfill her. Men admire women who are ambitious, driven, and have a sense of purpose. When a woman is passionate about her career, hobbies, or personal growth, it adds depth to her personality and makes her more intriguing. An independent woman does not need a man, but she chooses to be with one. This distinction is powerful because it makes the relationship feel like a partnership rather than a dependency. Men appreciate feeling wanted, not needed. When a woman is self-sufficient and emotionally stable, it removes the pressure from the relationship and allows love to flourish naturally. A man does not want to feel like he is responsible for someone else's happiness, but he does want to enhance it. Financial independence is another aspect that men find attractive. While traditional gender roles have changed and many men still enjoy providing for their partners, they also appreciate a woman who can take care of herself. A woman who has her own career, makes her own financial decisions, and does not rely solely on a man for stability is seen as strong and capable. This does not mean that men do not want to support their partners, but rather that they respect women who bring something valuable to the table. Confidence is a natural byproduct of independence. A woman who is confident in herself, her choices, and her abilities exudes a magnetic energy that draws men in. Confidence is not about arrogance, but about being comfortable in one's own skin. A confident woman does not seek constant validation from a man because she already knows her worth. She is secure in who she is, and that security makes her incredibly appealing. Independence also means emotional strength. While vulnerability is important in relationships, emotional stability is equally crucial. A woman who can handle challenges, navigate emotions maturely, and maintain a positive outlook on life is a source of inspiration for a man. Men are drawn to women who can support them emotionally without being overly dependent on them for happiness. A woman who embraces independence also inspires a man to be better. When a man sees that his partner is constantly growing, learning, and improving herself, he is naturally motivated to do the same. A relationship where both partners encourage each other to evolve creates a strong and lasting bond. When a woman is independent, she challenges a man in a positive way. She does not accept mediocrity, and she pushes him to strive for more, not through criticism, but through example. Independence does not mean shutting a man out or refusing help when needed. It is about balance, knowing when to lean on a partner and when to handle things alone. A woman who is open to receiving love and support while still maintaining her individuality creates a relationship dynamic that feels secure and fulfilling. Men want to feel needed in a way that makes them feel valued, not in a way that makes them feel obligated. Men also find independence attractive because it creates mystery and excitement. When a woman has her own life, interests, and commitments, it keeps the relationship fresh. A man enjoys knowing that his partner has things going on outside of the relationship because it makes their time together more meaningful. It keeps him intrigued and wanting to learn more about her world. Self-care is a big part of independence. A woman who prioritizes her well-being, whether it is through physical fitness, mental health, or personal interests, shows that she values herself. Men are drawn to women who take care of themselves because it signals confidence and self-respect. When a woman invests in herself, she becomes more radiant and attractive. Boundaries are also essential in both respect and independence. A woman who sets clear boundaries and enforces them with confidence commands admiration. Men respect women who know what they will and will not tolerate. A woman who does not allow herself to be taken advantage of, who stands up for herself, and who communicates her needs effectively, creates a relationship dynamic built on mutual respect. Respect and independence go hand in hand in creating a deep and meaningful connection. A man falls in love with a woman who respects him, herself, and the relationship. He admires a woman who has her own identity, dreams, and passions. He is drawn to a woman who challenges him, inspires him, and makes him feel valued. When a woman embodies these qualities, she creates an irresistible presence that men cannot help but be captivated by. Emotional connection is the foundation of a deep and lasting relationship. While physical attraction and shared interests play a role, it is emotional intimacy that truly makes a man fall deeply in love. Men may not always express their emotions in the same way women do, but they crave a bond that makes them feel seen, heard, and understood. When a woman can create a space where a man feels safe to open up, trust grows and the relationship deepens. Emotional connection is about more than just conversations. It is about the energy shared between two people, the unspoken understanding and the feeling of being emotionally accepted without judgment. A man feels emotionally connected when he knows he can be himself without fear of being criticized or dismissed. Many men are conditioned to suppress their emotions, so when they find a woman who allows them to express themselves freely, it is incredibly powerful. It is not just about listening to his words, but about truly understanding what he is feeling. A woman who can pick up on the emotions behind his words, who notices when he is struggling, even when he does not say it outright, creates a bond that makes him feel safe. Emotional safety is what allows a man to let his guard down and truly invest in a relationship. Men appreciate a woman who shows genuine interest in their thoughts, dreams, and struggles. Asking meaningful questions and engaging in deep conversations shows a man that he is valued beyond just his role in the relationship. A woman who remembers the small details about his life, his aspirations, and the things that matter to him stands out. When he feels that she truly cares about what makes him happy, what worries him, and what drives him, he feels emotionally connected in a way that goes beyond surface-level attraction. One of the most important aspects of emotional connection is validation. Men, like women, need reassurance and encouragement. They may not always seek it openly, but they deeply appreciate when their efforts and feelings are acknowledged. A simple word of appreciation, a supportive comment, or a gesture that shows understanding can mean everything. When a man feels that his emotions and efforts are validated, he feels valued and motivated to invest more in the relationship. Emotional connection is also built through vulnerability. Many men struggle with vulnerability because they fear appearing weak or being judged. A woman who creates an environment where he feels comfortable opening up without fear of being dismissed or ridiculed makes a lasting impact. encouraging him to share his thoughts and feelings and responding with kindness and understanding allows him to trust her on a deeper level. When a man knows that he can be vulnerable without it being used against him, he becomes more emotionally invested. Men appreciate women who are emotionally stable and know how to handle challenges with grace. This does not mean suppressing emotions or avoiding difficult conversations, but rather expressing feelings in a way that fosters understanding rather than conflict. Emotional connection grows when both partners can communicate openly without resorting to blame, criticism, or unnecessary drama. A man feels secure in a relationship when he knows that challenges can be faced together in a healthy and constructive way. Shared experiences also strengthen emotional connection. Moments of laughter, adventure, and even overcoming obstacles together create a history that binds two people. Engaging in activities that bring joy, excitement, or even a little challenge strengthens the emotional bond. When a man shares meaningful experiences with a woman, those moments become memories that deepen his connection to her. Whether it is traveling together, trying new things, or simply spending quality time in each other's presence, shared moments build emotional intimacy. Physical touch plays a role in emotional connection as well. It is not just about intimacy, but also about the small, affectionate gestures that reinforce emotional closeness. A reassuring touch, a hug at the right moment, holding hands, or even a light touch on the arm can communicate warmth and connection. Physical affection reassures a man that he is cared for and appreciated, reinforcing the emotional bond. Empathy is another essential component of emotional connection. A woman who can put herself in his shoes, who understands his struggles and emotions without judgment, creates a relationship dynamic that fosters trust and intimacy. Men appreciate women who see beyond their actions and understand the emotions driving them. Being able to recognize when he is overwhelmed, stressed, or simply needs support without him having to spell it out strengthens the emotional connection. A woman who is emotionally expressive and open about her own feelings also deepens the bond. Men may not always be as emotionally expressive, but they respond positively to women who can communicate their emotions in a healthy way. Expressing joy, gratitude, affection, and even sadness in a way that invites connection rather than pushing him away helps build emotional intimacy. When a man sees that his partner is comfortable expressing her emotions, it encourages him to do the same. Trust is a major factor in emotional connection. A man needs to know that he can rely on his partner emotionally, that she will not betray his trust or use his vulnerabilities against him. Consistency in words and actions, keeping promises, and being dependable all contribute to building trust. A man who feels emotionally secure in a relationship will naturally invest more of himself into it. Humor also strengthens emotional connection. A woman who can laugh with him, who shares inside jokes, and who does not take everything too seriously creates an atmosphere where he feels relaxed and happy. Laughter is one of the quickest ways to build rapport and emotional closeness. When a couple can find humor even in difficult moments, it lightens the emotional load and brings them closer together. Support during difficult times is one of the strongest ways to deepen emotional connection. Life comes with its ups and downs, and knowing that a partner is there through both is incredibly meaningful. A man appreciates a woman who stands by him, who believes in him even when he is struggling, and who offers encouragement without judgment. Being a source of strength, not by fixing his problems, but by standing beside him, makes him feel deeply connected. Consistency in emotional connection is key. It is not just about having deep conversations occasionally, but maintaining emotional closeness over time. A man who feels consistently emotionally connected will continue to invest in the relationship because he feels safe and valued. When emotional connection is nurtured on a regular basis, it creates a relationship that is not only passionate, but also deeply fulfilling. Patience is another important factor in emotional connection. Men do not always open up easily, and pushing too hard can make them retreat. A woman who allows him to open up at his own pace, who gives him space when needed while still being emotionally present, fosters a connection that feels natural rather than forced. Emotional intimacy develops over time, and patience in the process makes all the difference. Emotional connection also involves understanding love languages. Every person expresses and receives love differently, and recognizing what makes a man feel love strengthens the bond. Some men respond most to words of affirmation, others to acts of service, quality time, physical touch, or thoughtful gestures. Paying attention to what makes him feel valued and expressing love in a way that resonates with him builds emotional depth. Encouragement and belief in his dreams create a deep emotional connection. A man wants to feel that his partner supports his ambitions, that she believes in his potential, and that she stands by him as he pursues his goals. A woman who encourages him, who celebrates his successes, and who reassures him during setbacks becomes someone he deeply treasures. Feeling understood and supported on a personal and professional level makes a man more emotionally connected. Men may not always verbalize their need for emotional connection, but they feel it just as deeply as women do. When a woman can create a space where he feels safe, valued, and emotionally understood, it strengthens his bond with her in a way that goes beyond surface-level attraction. Emotional connection is the glue that holds a relationship together, creating a love that is not only passionate, but also deeply meaningful.